An old trick is that people who had to go out on the ice take a long rope, not a long rope, a rope about that long, and they attach two big wood pegs to it, and they put a nail in it, and take the head off the nail and sharpen it. So that if they do go through the water, they just carry it around, you just tie it around your neck. And if you do go in the water, you grab those, and the big problem getting out of the water is holding on the ice. Drive them into the ice, pull yourself up, drive in the ice, and you can quickly get out of the water that way. So if you were snowmobiling or even any reason out there, I suggest you make up one of these or buy one. I suppose you could buy one somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
I see.
And carry a whistle, because if you do go in, you want to be able to draw attention to yourself fast, especially even if you can get out. Sometimes you're half frozen.
Yeah, well, I guess a good idea would be to make sure that it's safe on the ice before you go out.
Well, also have a buddy with you and tie yourselves together, which is an old trick. That way you really can't get into trouble. Okay, so Linda, what's going on? You have a guy there, an old guy who
He's not here right now.
He's not there?
So sorry. No, he's not available.
Well, he's a great musician. I heard him playing the penny whistle.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, that was great. He does. Her husband's an old man who he almost gets in for free at Chautauqua.
No, he's
90,
not.
90.
He's not near 90 yet.
Now he's close though. He's approaching it, and he plays the penny whistle. And he had a dog, Squirty, and the dog could play the piano. And they did a duet. It was fantastic.
Well, he's trying to teach the other two dogs to play the piano.
Well, they could do a duet, and he could tune in with the whistle. Well, when this happens, we'll have you on the air, okay?
Okay.
You're still finding jobs for older people.
Yes, and we have extra funding for new jobs. We just got an allocation from New York State for 10 extra slots, and we're getting another allocation from our federal source for 18 jobs on top of what we have. So it's all part of the stimulus package, the stimulus funding. Older workers are going to be offered additional jobs to our senior aid program. Please call. We have them in Chautauqua and Cattaraugus County.
753-7144.
753-4471. 4471. In Dunkirk, 363-4471.
Okay, well, seniors are going to need a job because they, in the last 8 years, according to the federal's own figures, due to the phony federal figures on inflation, core inflation, not this and not that, we've lost, our COLA is so meager, we've lost 50% of our purchasing power. Did you know that? And they have just decided this year there is no inflation, so we're not going to get a single penny of COLA. Oh, there is in our insurance. That's going to go up, and they're going to take it out of what's left of our...
That's right.
Give me a break. Craziness. Thank you, Linda. Have a good day.
Have a great day. I wonder, it's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. It's glorious out there today.
It is. It's just great. Terrific weather. Okay, have a nice time. Say hello to the gentleman who lives with you. I won't say the old man. Caller, thank you for waiting.
One of the problems in a small village like Westfield is you try and hold the taxes down and still have all the services that you've had that the people enjoy for all these years. Everything else is going up. The price of fuel is going up. We're in union negotiations. We know that the salaries are going to go up. Health insurance goes up every year.
Yeah, we'll be right with you, caller. Hold
on. We have to maintain all of our services. We have to maintain all of our buildings. It's just the same as you have to maintain your house.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle to try and keep
the
tax increase at a reasonable level. In the last 5 years, I've been able to keep it under 2%, and I just hope that we can keep it under 2% again this year.
The Martha Bill says they actually cut the town.
Yeah, they did.
I can't believe it. Caller, good morning. Thank you for waiting for us. Hello?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Fine. What's up?
I'm calling this morning because I live on Union Street in Westfield, and over the summer, they did a project where they came in and tarred and stone from about right from Main Street, part way up Union Street. It caused a lot of dust, and when it was all said and done, the stones got pushed to the side. I really saw no improvement in the road. I wondered why a street like Union Street that has a lot of traffic and is one of the main streets in Westfield wasn't just paved instead of using that tar and stone, which really, to me, when it was all said and done, really didn't accomplish much.
Well, we don't have, number one, we don't have the funds to resurface every street in the village. And Ed LeBaron has a 5-year plan, and in order to keep what's there, the blacktop, it has to be sealed, fill up the cracks, because if you don't, the water gets in it in the winter and freezes, and it just makes it worse. I know we've had complaints about that. I had the, on my street, on Villa Drive, they did the same thing, and everybody on the street, including my wife, complained about the stones and the dust. But it's just trying to keep them in shape until the time comes that we resurface them, that's all.
Well, caller, just count your blessings. I remember when most of the streets were just dirt, and especially around just outside of Westfield.
Yeah.
And they used to take, to keep the dirt down, they'd put oil on it. And the oil they used was what was in the old transformers, telephone
Yeah,
transformers.
can't use that anymore.
And it has full of poisons, toxins. The toxins in it are still there. They never break. They never
That's right.
break down.
That's right.
And so at least they stopped doing that.
Right. I wanted to say, hey, Reed, if I could say thank you. One day up on the hill going to Sherman, I got tagged by a semi, and you were one of the guys on the ambulance, and I certainly appreciate how you took care of me.
Well, thank you very much.
They do it, that, our ambulance crew does a great job, and the problem is they're short-handed.
Right, but we're doing it okay. We're doing the job. We get that ambulance to you. Well, thank you for your call, caller. Send me a stamped envelope. I got some gifts for you, okay? Big
Thank
Mac.
you very much, gentlemen. Have a great morning.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for the call.
Too, you too. Yeah, at this point, all I can say is we're doing a good job with the village. I'm very happy with the way the village operates.
Well, I am too. Things can always be better,
Well, of course.
but I'm satisfied. We have a lot of great volunteers, starting with the fire department, the emergency crew, our Chamber of Commerce, the library. We just have a lot of volunteers and save a lot of money for the village, that's all.
I just got that word.
Okay,
We're out of here.
good.
Give you 30 seconds, uninterrupted. Just finish up.
Well, as I started to say, we have a lot of volunteers that have saved the village a lot of money over the last several years. We have the volunteers in the library, in the McClurg Museum, the Chamber of Commerce, the gals who do the Victorian Christmas. There's so many that I just can't mention them all right here, but if I have an article in this week's Westfield Republican, goes into great detail by it. And
Get the Republican, Red Carr. Thank you very much for giving up your time. And I want to say personally, having been born and raised in Westfield and been there most of my life, that you're the most responsive mayor I've ever seen. I've seen you, when there's a problem, you don't send somebody over. You go personally.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's really great. Red Carr, better known as Dave Carr. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, caller, we have a last call. We couldn't get him in, but we'll get. You'll be on. You come on every year,
Yep.
so why not? Small towns, there you go. I want to thank especially these beautiful people, Chuck Kelsey. I want to thank Devin Taylor, Chris Bird, Chris Ramaker, Mort Flexer, Randy Bird, Roy Harvey, Jeff Zook, and all the other people out there, especially Don Zenz, who have helped us, who are working with us, and get out there and enjoy the time. It's beautiful out. Get out in the air, get some fresh air. May all that is proud and true and noble abide with you. I'm Reed Powers.